This thing I'm going to pull from.
Hello, Internet.
Hey, guys. Oh, yeah. Hold on, Johnny. I want to see what you put in. Okay, cool. I was going to talk about the Oklahoma-Tennessee game.
Nice. Hope you all are doing well. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook and you're hanging out with us, let us know what college football game you're most excited about this week. Because it's a unique week. We'll talk about it. It's not like there's not like two giants facing off. And people, well, I'll save it for the show. But dumb people will tell you this is a bad week for college football. Mm-hmm. No such thing. No such thing. Yeah, let us know what college football game you are most looking forward to. All right, guys, I think I'm all set on my end.
I'm good to go.
I'm going to finish eating my M&M.
All right, I will check. All right, I'll get it started.
Welcome to the Fifth and Goal Sports Podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Aaron, Josh, and Johnny.
Welcome to the show. Listeners, viewers, welcome in. It is a joyous night of sports. Happy, very happy sports equinox, everybody. Wow. This moment doesn't happen a lot. We gotta savor it. And this is like a mega sports equinox. Because if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, you can see Johnny's regalia. He is ready to go for the MLS playoffs. Big
casuals forget about soccer
That's
in the
right.
equinox.
That's right. NFL, check. NBA, check. In fact, Cavs Pistons tipping off in 15 minutes. NHL, check. World Series, Major League Baseball, check. MLS playoffs, check. If only there was college football.
Hell is real.
Yes. Big rivalry, best of three, MLS playoffs. You guys talked about it a little bit last week. Welcome in. Honestly, I hope you're not listening right now because you should be not ingesting this show right now, which is something I don't say a lot. I actually don't even say the word
too much.
Ingesting a whole lot. But you really should be watching sports right now.
As like one of the quad views.
Yeah.
Those custom quad views, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe. Just during commercials.
I mean, can we talk about some of the YouTube TV on that topic? Some of the quad boxes that YouTube TV is offering, like at this time of night, it's like Pistons, Cavs, Toronto Blue Jays, Los Angeles Dodgers, 60 minutes, Fox News. What are we doing? What kind of quad box
Real
is that?
ball knowers.
What are we doing? Yeah. What are we doing?
Real ones know. This is it. They're making it the boomer. I was gonna make a good joke. Darn it!
Well, you're right. There's probably an audience for that quad. I guess I shouldn't maybe disparage it too much. Anyways,
No, you should.
okay.
Yeah, I was
You
going.
can't
to.
even listen, Aaron. If you can't listen to 60 minutes and two of those options, if you can't hear the audio, are worthless.
Yeah.
So how are you watching them? That's not how that works.
That's fair.
This is the equivalent. This is the boomer equivalent. Here's the joke. Aaron cut none of this. Here's the joke. It's the boomer equivalent. What YouTube's doing of what all those like Gen Alpha kids, where they're watching like I don't know a clip of Family Guy, and then beneath it is Subway Heroes or whatever.
Right.
Like it's
Sorry,
that.
Josh. The build up for the joke didn't pay off.
It wasn't.
Didn't
No,
pay
it
off.
wasn't good. No, I'm not going to deny it.
Didn't pay
Listen,
off.
it wasn't good. I'm not going to say it was good. I will say it was a complete setup punchline.
It was.
You know what else was a punchline? Those Steelers jerseys.
Oh.
I'm here to eat crow.
I told you they were bad.
Okay, I saw them when the professional photos, and I'm like, I see where they're going, and I'm going to try my best. Yellow and black are historically really hard to, like, in my opinion, make sit well because they're just too clashy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, in theory,
Good thing
I
our
see what
logo
they're
of this
trying to
show
do.
is not yellow and black.
Right.
Yellow only
if
works
only.
as
Yeah,
an
if only.
accent. It can't be the main color,
Right.
unless
And
you're
then they
Arizona
decided-
State.
See, See, because there are exceptions to the rule, I went, okay, let's
That's
see
the
if I can
only
try.
exception to the rule.
I can try. And my goodness, it doesn't look good on anybody. It looks good at one camera angle in the promo shots they had.
See, it looks
And
good
then
as
Aaron,
an
and then
accent.
Aaron Rodgers with
Yeah.
this stupid
accent
with this
color.
stupid big helmet that I know he hates, and good because I hate it too. And his losing to every team except the Browns and the Raiders. He's almost there.
Yeah.
Let's get him there.
Well, and Josh, I think you've got to be thrilled. Well, first of all, to wrap up that point, why were the pants flesh colored? Anyways, point number 2.
Yeah, that's
what really
It's khaki, legally khaki.
Khaki's probably more appropriate of a word.
It was the colors they had available to them in 1930s
Fair enough.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, fair enough.
Working men,
Number 2,
real
Josh, I
Steelers.
feel like despite the loss, you have to be thrilled. Steelers right on pace for 9-8. You just got to be thrilled.
I'm ready for a tank. I don't even.
This
know.
division
We can't even tank. It's too late in the season to tank.
Yeah.
Okay, first game, and I realized it was the Jets. I'm like, oh. we
You
have a
you would
ball.
have thought, Josh, that I would have expected and seen that one coming. And I have to admit, I still didn't see that coming. Stupid me.
Stupid.
Bengals up 2 possessions the whole game. You know, defense can't do anything, even stop the Jets, who had basically negative passing yards the last 4 weeks. I mean, just insane. Sorry,
It's the
that's
end
the
of the
only
road
NFL
for
take I
Johnny.
got.
I believe it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is. I
Full
don't-
tank.
I-
We all want to tank at this point.
Yeah.
Browns step up. Miles Garrett doesn't want to tank.
Oh, man.
You can have this division, which it's Miles' own fault. So we don't need to get into that. He chose this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yikes. Well, I hope our weeks were good. I'm
Clearly.
assuming that's what we just talked about is how our weeks went. No Buckeyes
It's
this
finally
week for
fall.
us.
It's finally fall in Texas.
That's exciting. That's good.
Meaning that it was only 72 today.
Progress.
We're getting there. Nice low 60s. There's rumors that we're going to hit mid 40s as the
No.
low this coming Wednesday.
That's beautiful.
Maybe. And it'll get right back up to 65 until December.
Yeah, was it Thursday I walked out to my car and there was frost on it that I had to scrape? And so my first thought was like, well, that's not my favorite. I do love the cold, so I'm not like super mad. But my second thought was I had to scrape frost off my windshield. Christmas music time. And so I threw an
Yes,
album
to
in
scrape
there.
Frost off my windshield.
Aaron, how
Yep.
dare you? That's 2 holidays. You are wrong for that, sir.
Hey,
Everyone's
hey,
wrong
Johnny.
for that.
Hey,
Target,
Johnny. Hey.
wrong. Sam's Club,
This
wrong.
Johnny, this is
You
a what
can't
you're
pick
following.
2
thing.
holidays.
We have determined that you are the minority in this specific
2
conversation.
holidays? We're not even talking about
Yes.
Thanksgiving anymore. We're
I had
talking
a
about
Christmas
Halloween.
I had a Christmas planning conversation today at work.
No, okay, that's different. That's your job, and
I also
you're planning
enjoy
ahead.
it. How about that?
That's not the same
August Burns
thing.
Red was teasing their Christmas cover like 3.5 weeks ago, and I got
Yeah.
excited and Christmassy.
Yep.
Johnny, I know you
Pentatonics
don't
dropped
like
their
Joy.
Christmas album. I had to listen to
know.
it. It's just the way it
Yes.
goes.
No,
Aaron and I, we were
no.
talking about, we were talking
the
literally like
self-discipline?
late September, talking about getting the Christmas
No
cover out. Like,
self-discipline.
not no self-discipline.
What would Coach Saban say?
Run the route again, but that doesn't matter because
Yeah.
we have an opportunity, an obligation
No.
to have joy.
Mm.
It's the last true act of rebellion, Johnny. You
Is
as
that
a
the
rebel should
only
know all
way
of
you're
that.
able to have joy is Christmas music?
It's
It
one of the
seems
greatest
very-
ways.
In the
Seems very
presence
limited to me,
of
Josh.
Scrooge's, it is not only one of the greatest, one of the
If
most
saying
necessary.
no to Christmas music before Halloween makes me a Scrooge, I'm Ebenezer Scrooge.
Now,
We've said this for years.
we have said this for years. Now, I've got 2 thoughts on this, and then we'll get into coaches getting fired in college football. Number one, it's not like I'm
Christmas gift for some fan bases.
oh, there you go. That's a good segue. I'm going to steal that in like approximately 2 minutes. Number one, it's not like I'm exclusively listening to Christmas music. In fact, that particular day was the only day I listened to it. But number two, I don't really care about Halloween. I celebrate sports equinox more than you celebrate Halloween. That's my personal take.
really
I got candy
Halloween
right
either.
here.
Yeah,
What do you-
candy's
I'm gonna-
great.
Hey, Johnny, I'm an adult. I can go to Kroger
You're skipping the
tonight.
best season of the year. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful
to
to
who?
college football. It's disrespectful to the weather. It's disrespectful to the leaves dying in our very midst. You're just ignoring them.
NFL Christmas game, NBA Christmas game. We're celebrating
Yeah.
sports by bringing
Right.
on the beauty that is late season sport. This is how you celebrate Sports Equinox Day. by
Christmas
looking
music?
forward
Why
a little
not?
bit.
Just a little bit.
No.
Now, today was 60 degrees. I didn't listen to Christmas music.
No,
I went and played
didn't listen to
pickleball.
Christmas music either.
I celebrated
I was
fall.
gonna say, what? You also have a pot of chili, Aaron? Like, what are we doing?
That's a
This is
full
terrible.
thing.
Hold
What
on,
are we
hold
talking
on.
about?
That's separate. Hold on, Johnny. We're gonna. Yeah. Brian
60
Kelly got fired.
degrees and
Cool. Nobody cares.
sunny
$52
is
million.
not chilly
It's
weather.
chilly
That's
weather.
wrong.
That's the high
It's
is
chilly
60. The
weather.
low is
The
still in
high
the
is
40s.
60. What do you only eat chili when it's below freezing?
Yeah.
You think the cowboys in Wyoming, back when they invented chili,
Yeah.
were
Waited
like,
until their
hold on,
cans
let me
of
get
beans
my-
were
let me get
frozen
my-
shut.
Yeah, let me get my thing of mercury out and I can see. Oh yeah, 62. Daryl can't do chili tonight.
We're gonna have no time for football.
Oh,
I know
boy.
I'm right on this. So anyway, we can move on.
All right. To steal Johnny's segue, it was a Christmas gift for some fan bases to get rid of their head coaches this week, last week. I mean, this coaching carousel in college football is the wildest I can ever remember. And we're not done. Like, as we are clearly stating here, we're not even to Halloween yet. There is more firings to happen. And it's getting to a point where, because there are so many big programs that will be and are currently going through coaching searches, if you are on the fence and you're looking at all of the coaches that are going to get scooped up, is that maybe is that giving you the thought that, hey, maybe we need to go ahead and get rid of our coach so we can at least put our hat in the ring? That's an interesting kind of overarching thought that's happening across college football. But the main one that happened, and the most expensive one that happened, was Brian Kelly getting fired from LSU. They host Texas A&M on Saturday night, or they did. I should say they did host, and they got curb stomped for a second straight year at Death Valley at night, which most even neutral college football fans would consider that LSU at night specifically the best and toughest environment in college football. And 2 years in a row now, last year at Alabama, this year to Texas A&M, good teams, mind you, but 2 eggs laid by LSU. This was never a good fit. If you've listened to this show for any amount of time, you know my thoughts on Brian Kelly. I have never been high on the guy. I don't necessarily like him. Not like as an individual human, I don't know the man. But as a head coach, I didn't like what he did at Notre Dame. I really didn't like what he did at LSU. I thought, and this was apparent until the very end, anytime anything bad would happen, there was never a moment where I felt like Brian Kelly was really taking some responsibility, even if he said so in a press conference. More often than not, his face was the shade of purple as LSU's uniforms, and he was berating one of his own coaches. And even this goes back to Notre Dame. My biggest criticism of him at Notre Dame was I just thought he berated his quarterbacks constantly. And as a result, for a long time, Notre Dame had very subpar quarterback play. It's a chicken and egg thing. Which came first? Was it bad quarterback play that Brian Kelly was upset about? Or was it Brian Kelly being upset and just trashing his quarterbacks that made them not play well? I don't know. There's a lot of other things behind the scenes that, like, if you listen to Josh Pate, said some very interesting things about what was happening behind the scenes. It was not good. He basically gave up on this program. It's rough for LSU because they're paying a whole lot of money for him not to be there. He does have the must find job clause in his contract, so it's not necessary that LSU has to pay the $54 million, but they'll pay still a large chunk of money. So that's what happened at LSU. Guys, are you surprised that this firing happened? Because, again, I mean, we're not that far removed from LSU and Brian Kelly coaching a Heisman Trophy winner at quarterback, despite what I said with his quarterbacks at Notre Dame. But I'm curious what you guys think, the timing, just general thoughts on this.
Yeah. I think at some point, one, you now have a lot of programs. I'm thinking like Penn State, among many, now slightly concerned because, in my opinion, LSU is the job.
It is the
Let's say
job.
it's the job.
It's the
The
best
culture.
job.
It's fantastic. There's expectations to win. Let's ignore Kelly for a second. The other three head coaches all had a championship under their belts. Um, you have a fantastic culture because, in my
And I would say,
opinion, for a second, the
frankly,
other three head coaches all had a championship under their belts. We didn't even have a 10-win season with Kelly, and I'm going to assume that this year would have been the same. Um, I think that's a safe guess. Uh, no playoff appearances, no uh, meaningful wins that are like, oh yeah, this is indicative of the Kelly era. I can't. I'm sure there might be one.
Probably
but,
the
like, I
one
can't think
against
of one.
Alabama, the Jaden Daniels year. But
Yeah,
outside of that, yeah.
it's the longer we go, the more it feels like, and I'm sure this is what LSU realized, more of a flash in the pan than an actual. Oh, this is something that you can build momentum off of. Um, Billy Napier was fired because the writing on the wall was there. James Franklin was fired. In my sense, this one was probably we talked about this. I won't belabor it because the administration saw the writing on the wall, and I think the same thing happens here. At some point, if you have people saying that he's just not available, if you have multiple reports over multiple years, this has been a indicative of his time at LSU. The jokes of the fake Southern accent. There doesn't seem to be an inundation with the culture of LSU, the job. Sorry, Penn State, Florida, all these guys. You just scratch your number one choice off your list because they're most likely looking at LSU now. You have to buy into the culture a little bit. You have to, and this is what
Authentically.
it is with the authentically real.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, buy in, not just co-opt.
Right.
But this is something that has been indicative of Brian Kelly. It's a guy who doesn't seem to be the guy who's that bought in at any one place. He did something
Right.
when he took the LSU job. He was in the middle. You're going to see this news story all over the place. When he took the LSU job, he was in the middle of a recruiting visit for Notre Dame. Finished the visit, but then about, I don't know, 30 minutes after he left, family got the notifications from all the news that he had taken the LSU job. And there's something that isn't, it doesn't feel like Brian Kelly, at least his past two jobs, has wanted to tough it out. And there's nothing there that like would make me, if I'm LSU, going, man, this is expensive. This is not cheap. What else am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
We can't.
The defense wasn't getting
you
better.
Keep 'em, yeah, you keep them on much longer, and you're losing your recruiting power.
Yeah.
Because now Texas is at least now in the conversation, especially from proximity. Baton Rouge to Austin is a lot shorter than it used to be now that you're all in the same conference.
Yeah.
And so you're going to start
Forget
losing
about them,
recruiting.
Josh. College Station.
College
Not to
Station,
go to
exactly.
Austin.
Rustin.
That's what they just did to him.
Yeah.
And that's same area. Now, like, okay, so I will say this. Like, I think the Jaden Daniels season actually came back to bite Brian Kelly in a way because then you see how excellent he was last year in his rookie season in the NFL. And you have LSU alumni looking around like, wait, we had this guy? Not that you didn't think he was incredible anyway, but then you see what he does in the NFL, and that is elevated even further. And you're like, so we wasted him. Like, we wasted him because we couldn't fix the defense.
Yep.
Then I would actually argue early on in this year, it appeared that the defense had been fixed, but the offense was broken. And not by Garrett Nussmeier's problem. You can't protect the man. He's getting killed behind that offensive line. And part of it's because you can't run it either. LSU not being able to run the ball feels impossible. If you told 10-year-old Johnny there will be a time that LSU can't play defense or run the ball, I would have said nonsense. That's impossible. LSU struggled before to throw the ball and all that, but they always had high flyers on defense. They always had a strong running game. And they've not really had that at all under Brian Kelly. And that goes, it's the culture of Louisiana. It's also the culture and style of LSU. And he never embraced that. The strength and conditioning coach at Texas A&M that just beat the heck out of him. You know where he was before Texas A&M? LSU. And he was the strength and conditioning coach for their last 3 national championships. So that goes to guys that, listen, LSU needed an adult to come in, which is why at a moment, initially I thought, this doesn't really seem like it could work, but maybe it could. But that assumption was Brian Kelly would clean up the nonsense that LSU is prone to do, much like Florida, a la cleat throwing, dumb penalties, just not, mature or disciplined. And you thought maybe he can fix that. But that assumption was on him keeping Louisiana people around him to help him understand the culture and do the recruiting. And that clearly did not happen, as you have seen from the LSU community after this firing. There has not been a more venomous response from a fan base from a firing this year than LSU with Brian Kelly. And that is not just because it only happened last night. That is very evident. Penn State fans, obviously not happy, disappointed. Florida fans, obviously disappointed. You did not see the venom in those firings from the fan bases. It was just really like, man, like we wished it would have worked, and it just didn't. Yeah. This was not that. LSU is the best job out of the big 3, I guess you could say, out of these jobs with LSU, Penn State, and Florida. But to what we said, you have to fit the culture. Because if you don't fit the culture, it's not the top job. It's just not. If you fit and that's the one thing we all like to say, which is the best job? Depends who you are. Ultimately, it depends who you are. If you don't fit LSU, then maybe Penn State is the best job for you. Like, that is very clearly possible.
And the other piece of that is that the athletic director right now for LSU is the same athletic director. Yeah, should be fired. Is the same athletic director that hired and eventually fired Jimbo Fisher for an insane amount of money, doing the same thing here.
And he hired Brian Kelly. Like, this is his guy. He made this hire. He's
That's
not
true. I
walking
take
into
that back.
it.
He may not have hired Jimbo. I don't know that for sure, but he
Nobody
fired him.
gave him the extension. So it's, if you would like my, me and Josh, we kind of went through some of my hypothetical who I think they should hire. This is not me being predictive. This is just if I were LSU's Board of Regents, who I would hire. Actually, one of the first calls I would go to, and it's not as big an Lane Kiffin somehow is going to be coaching at 6 different schools next year. I'm not still 100% sold he leaves Ole Miss. Who's to say Ole Miss doesn't pony up? Now, he might be the highest paid coach in the country by the end of this. Who knows? But I actually think LSU should give a call to Eli Drinkowitz at Missouri. Dude understands the transfer portal. He's been able to scout and identify talent at JUCO levels, at Group of 5 levels, at FCS levels. Missouri has done an excellent job. This is one of the best jobs I've seen of Missouri being able to actually recruit and retain within their own state, which is very difficult for Missouri because their two most populous states are basically in other states, in Illinois and Kansas. And he's done an excellent job at Missouri. Imagine if he had the resources, the backing at LSU to develop. I think he would be fantastic. Clark Lee, I think Florida should go after him, but LSU, I think that's Vanderbilt's head coach. I think that would also, of course, be another good guy to go after if you can succeed at Vandy that quickly. Now, again, I don't even know if Clark Lee would leave. Vanderbilt is not poor by any means, and he's an alum.
Yeah.
So that might be more difficult than I say for him to leave there. But if I was LSU, I'd give Drake a call. I think that would be great. I think he would be able to lock in on the culture, and I think he's a great at developing, and clearly his players love him. So that would be a significant departure from the current leadership there.
I think I give Marcus Freeman a call too. Now, the fan base, that you're going to be in a losing battle if you're LSU. Like, I legitimately think Marcus Freeman would be a great fit.
It's not the same thing.
Surely.
Yeah, it's not the same thing, though. It's not the same thing. They're not remotely the same people.
They're not, but it's a losing battle from
They're
day
not
one.
remotely the same people.
I totally agree.
It is.
From a fan base perspective, they'd be like, oh, no, not again.
I also don't think Marcus Freeman leaves.
I don't either.
Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think Marcus Freeman ever leaves for another college job.
Yeah.
Maybe the NFL. I don't think he leaves for another college job. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion.
Yeah. Well, there was actual football played this week. Texas A&M doesn't get a lot of credit for this win at LSU because now everyone's talking about Brian Kelly and how terrible that was, and deservedly so. But Texas A&M, Josh, I can hear their rings thumping from here.
It's nonstop.
Yeah, I mean, and I can't blame them. Mike Elko is
real.
It's real.
When
this is a very
Texas
good
is
team.
back, people forgot to say which Texas.
Yeah, they did.
Well, they've never been here. It's not back.
No, we're back to
A&M's never been here.
Never been here. Again, we're a 1-2-3 punch. Ohio State won. Cool. Wait. Woo. The idea of then Indiana and then A&M. You talked to me.
Yeah.
3.5 years ago.
Josh, how about 2 months ago?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
How about Thursday?
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. And we joke about Texas A&M. Is it a cult? Absolutely, it is. As are other fan bases, but we just like to pick on A&M.
Cult. We can't say so as Ohio State.
Exactly.
We can't be like, oh, how dare you guys be a cult?
Right. We joke about them all the time, but the reality is this team is extremely legit. I picked him in my playoff, which at the time I felt like was kind of a dark horse pick. Now I'm sitting here on October 27th, and they'd have to really mess things up to not get to the college football playoff. I'm not going to call them locks because that's stupid. I know better. But if there's anything that is as close to a
guarantee.
lock, or a Johnny guarantee on October 27th before
I'll give it.
the first college football playoff rankings even come out, I think it's this.
I'll give a Johnny guarantee because that's a hilarious situation either way. Because if they somehow choke and get out, no, okay. So there are only two. I shouldn't say only two losable games, but really there are only two losable games. Is Missouri, who probably just lost their quarterback for the season, and Texas, who is allergic to points. So now that's a rivalry game, but again, to miss the playoff, and probably has to lose 3 games at this point because they have that trump card win over Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So it's probably just not going to happen. Like LSU will be in the college football playoff. LSU, I'm sorry. Texas A&M will be in the college football playoff. Definitely not LSU. The more of the question is are they in Atlanta? And are they hoisting the SEC championship trophy? Yeah. That's really the question for me at this point.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's quite something. Obviously, Alabama is right there on their heels. They survive at South Carolina, which
what a quality win. I mean, just a quality, gutsy win.
Yeah. Oh, don't get us started on that. But Alabama, I mean, the big thing is they survive. They avoid that second loss, which would have really put them in some danger. You've got Georgia lurking around, but let's go back to Indiana because UCLA, nice little run you had there, and then you showed up and
jeez.
Indiana just
And all the graphics
obliterated
have
you.
been showing the real coach again instead of the OC.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
What are we doing?
I don't know what that is.
what's that? Why they do Tim Skipper like that?
I don't know.
Like
Hey,
that's
come on,
so
don't
wrong.
be doing
So
that to
wrong.
Tim.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a
Wild.
great. He's clearly a very good interim coach. He's done an excellent
Yes,
job. That doesn't take
absolutely.
away from what he's done.
Yeah.
Indiana's just destroying everyone.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm having a hard time determining who the number one team is. Like, it's easy for me to just jot down Ohio State number one because they won the title last year. They've basically obliterated everybody they've played for the most part, other than like Texas week 1. But even that, anyways, I won't get into that. But I mean, they're the real deal. We're not, again, it's no Johnny guarantee, but it's a pretty darn close Ohio State Indiana Big Ten championship. It's actually far more likely in my mind that Indiana's there than Ohio State. Not because Indiana's like better necessarily, maybe they are, but I just think Ohio State plays Penn State this week. I realize Penn State's bad, but it's still Penn State. Like the Nittany Lions, this is now their season against Ohio State on Saturday. And then the Michigan game is...
You're also more talking. Yeah, I was gonna say you're more talking about that Michigan game.
Yep.
Especially because at the moment Michigan only has one conference loss.
Yeah.
So that game, literally, as of now, could very easily end up being a play-in game to the Big Ten championship.
Yep.
There's a lot else going on around with Oregon and some other teams on the periphery, but
Yeah, absolutely.
who knows?
One other game that I'll mention from this last week is that Ole Miss beats Oklahoma in Oklahoma. And it's notable because Ole Miss now is another team that's sitting there like, okay, you'd really have to kind of mess this up to not get into the college football playoff, which we're 4 days away from being allowed to talk about before they're unshunned for the season. So that's significant. It's significant, too, because historically, like Ole Miss and somewhat Lane Kiffin, but more Ole Miss just as a program, has not won these kind of games. And they did. And they took advantage of – and okay, I'm not anti-SEC, but I was so happy when Ole Miss beat down Oklahoma because right from the jump, Sean McDonough is talking about how Oklahoma is the best defense in the country. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing? That's just not true. It wasn't true when they kicked off, and it certainly wasn't true when the game ended. So the Rebels, big win. They are, I mean, they're legit too, I think. I mean, the quarterback situation,
Not
there's
a
lot of
lot
fun.
in their way either.
No, there's
Not a lot in their way when it comes to their schedule coming up either, Aaron.
Yep.
I mean, they have cleared most of the hurdles, and
Yeah.
they have the loss to Georgia. It's not going to prevent them from the playoff.
Yeah. This week, Johnny, actually, before we get into this week, you've got a couple updates for us. You've got, number one, we haven't talked about this in a while, and it's shame on us. The group of 5 is getting hectic. Part of that is because South Florida
Crazy.
loses at Memphis in a wild game. We're talking about the American a lot, as we should. I'll throw in a couple other teams as we go, maybe. But, Johnny, what's your group of 5 outlook as we, again, are 4 days away from unshunning the playoff?
Well, I'll just start from the top with listing off all the teams that are undefeated, being Navy, 1 or 2 losses with reasonable chances to win their conference in the group of 5. That is Tulane, Memphis, Navy, South Florida. 4 American teams right off the bat. They're my 4 highest ranked group of 5 teams. If you had to force me to rank them as in who has the best chance of making the college football playoff, it'd be those 4. Boise State, North Texas, James Madison, nobody talking about.
Yep.
UNLV lost to Boise, but they're still sitting there. San Diego State, just kind of lurking, 1 loss. And then Troy and Southern Miss, it'd take a lot, but 6-2 teams from the Sun Belt, who knows? I mean, because we've already seen so much chaos with Memphis knocking off South Florida. South Florida really had an opportunity this last Saturday to seize the reins, if you will. By beating Memphis, they could have really stamped their authority and really taken a tighter grip of the not only the American, but really that potential playoff spot. But now with that loss, but Memphis has that ugly loss to UAB the week before, we have a lot of chaos right now. Technically, I'd have Tulane number 1. They have that loss to Ole Miss. But they've been the most consistent, and they don't. That's obviously not an ugly loss. That's on the road at Ole Miss. That's a top 10 team. Nothing wrong with that. They also beat Northwestern and Duke, which look like better wins than you would have expected at the beginning of the season. Like those are decent wins. Those are both going to be bowl teams, potentially better than like 6-6 as well. Northwestern and Duke have just looked better than you expected. Memphis beating Arkansas, beating South Florida. South Florida again beating Boise State. That's that kind of trump card over the Mountain West.
Yeah.
That'll be an issue for the Mountain West, which is part of the reason why I think the American winner still goes through. And then this week, I mean, I'm happy that College Game Day is not going to another SEC game or Big Ten for that matter. But I would have loved them to go to Navy traveling to Denton, Texas to play the Mean Green. That's 7-0 Navy against 7-1 North Texas. North Texas' only losses to South Florida in that shootout. That was a lot of self-inflicted wounds. That young North Texas team looked like they didn't understand how to play as the solo product on ESPN on a Friday night. Sold out crowd at home. It felt like that pressure kind of got to them. Well, here's a second chance, and they're home again, and they're against Navy. And North Texas can really jump right back into the fray with a win against Navy. So I'm thrilled to get to watch that game this weekend. So, what Aaron said before we started the actual podcast, if you're listening on YouTube, is there's no bad weeks of college football. If those marquee games, if those brand name teams, those aren't good games this weekend, really make sure you throw on the group of five. There's some fascinating, phenomenal games this weekend. Obviously, that noon kick, primarily with North Texas and Navy, should be a wild one, as it always is with Navy as well.
Yeah. If you're sitting there wondering, okay, Johnny, really? 2-loss Sun Belt team getting in the college football playoff? Let me give you a scenario. Man. Let me give you a scenario.
Give it to me.
It's pretty simple, really. And I think it's the American falling apart, sort of. Navy still plays Notre Dame. They still play Army. I realize Army's not good, but it's Army, Navy, anything happens. So let's just say they lose both of those games. Both are non-conference games. And let's say, I don't know who they lose to, but maybe there's a way where maybe they lose to North Texas this week. It's a 3-loss team, but they still make their conference championship game. They win that. So the American champion is a 3-loss team. Probably not getting in.
Tulane still has to play Memphis.
Right.
South Florida still has to play Navy.
And it doesn't matter. Like if they don't win their
each other.
Right. Yep. And if they don't play in their conference championship, even if they're sitting there with just one loss, they're probably not in. So that maybe opens the door for Mountain West. But the Mountain West, there's a scenario where a 2-loss San Diego State team wins a Mountain West title. Or heck, I think at this point, Boise State doesn't have a conference loss, so they could lose in conference again, win the Mountain West. They're a 3-loss team. So then it's like, well, James Madison doesn't necessarily have the marquee win that the marquee wins.
But their only losses to Louisville.
Right. And it was close.
Doesn't look so bad anymore.
Close game. They fought tooth and nail with Louisville. Cardinals almost lost that game at home. So yeah, it's very possible. Which is great. The MAC is probably out, which is a bummer because Miami right now, and we get to cover them pretty regularly, and we did, or I got to see them actually against UNLV, oddly enough. They're on a tear in the MAC after a 1-4 start to this. What was it? 1-3 start to the season. Aaron. Per usual. The Redhawks rattle off 4 games in the MAC. They beat Western Michigan this week. That was a battle of undefeated teams in the conference. Miami, the first Tuesday of MACtion, will face Battle of the Bricks rival and last year's MAC champion in a rematch of last year's MAC title, Ohio, on a Tuesday night. That's coming up a week from tomorrow as we're recording. So the MAC's going to be wild.
Aaron, I need to do a shout out on the MAC while you're on that topic. We all know that I put together a worst list throughout the college football season. And this is a positive shout out. We always talk about, the worst list, like, oh, that's so mean. But we always remain to focus like, hey, these programs need your support. They need help. Please give them a view, give them hope, cheer them on. They need help. Well, you know what 2 of the worst programs have been, to my great just dismay the last 4 or 5 years in college football is our friends in the northwest of Ohio, and that is the Akron Zips and the Kent State Golden Flashes. Well, I am here to tell you that both teams have 3 wins on the season.
Let's go.
After Kent State beat Bowling Green this last weekend and Akron beat Buffalo, which I knew they would, by the way. Buffalo has been just by the skin of their teeth winning games they have no business winning. And Akron wins that game. Yes, I'm getting fired up about MAC football, as you should. But my rule is if you get to 4 wins, you're not allowed to be on the worst list. Because even though you're not necessarily going to a bowl game, you are clearly not one of the worst teams in the country at 4 wins. And so I don't think since I've been doing this list, there has been a time where both teams have gotten off the list. And we are just 1 victory each away from that happening this year. And I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to see Akron and Kent State have the opportunity of graduating off of the worst list, and hopefully they stay off of it for years to come. So I just wanted to give them a shout out because that's awesome. We love to see it. We don't need to talk about how awful UMass is and they're in the MAC and, they're probably not winning a game this year, but that's fine. That's fine. Go Kent State and Akron.
I love that. I love that. We'll talk more about Group of 5 teams as we go. We'll talk more about Heisman winners too, or potential Heisman winners. This week, we mentioned it. There's not like a top 10 showdown. In fact, there's only 2 top 25 matchups if you consider the AP top 25 something worth paying attention to. We don't around here, but that's fine.
You're allowed to.
Josh, I think one of the most intriguing games is coming to your neck of the woods. The Miami Hurricanes are coming to town. Don't look now. No. And I don't know how many people in your city are aware of this. The Mustangs are still in play for the ACC. They only have 1 conference loss.
They're not the worst.
Yeah.
Well, they just lost to Wake, though.
Yeah.
Wake.
Yeah, ignore the part where they lost to Wake, but still one conference loss.
Ignore the fact
in a
that
hideous
the
game.
Deacons still do know
Just
how to outplay
horrible.
a
Look
bunch of
ahead game.
Methodists.
What was that final score in 15-13 or something awful like that? I mean, and by awful, I mean beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh,
beautiful.
Disgusting. Complimentary.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Thumbs up.
Yeah. I'm excited for that one.
I'm really curious because
guys, is there a game that you think is an upset out of nowhere here? That would be my question to you guys, because it's always a week like this that you're just like, oh,
seems
what a lame slate. And I only put the ones on here that I thought were like in play. Will Hammond, Texas Tech's backup, he's now he tore his ACL.
He's done, yeah.
So Texas Tech is potentially down to their 3rd string quarterback going to Manhattan against Kansas State. They're only 7.5 point favorites now. But I put games up on there. Is there any that you're like, hey, I don't know if I'd pick it tonight, but if there is a chaotic upset, it would be that one.
likely eliminator game. So not necessarily upset, but could be interesting long term. Is Oklahoma at Tennessee? Tennessee right now, you have 3.5 point favorites, which dropped a point. I think they opened at 4.5 favorites.
They are home.
They're home. It is their what are they calling it? Dark mode. Dark mode uniforms.
Oh, they might lose then.
And here's the thing:
they play bad in those.
They don't do great.
They play bad in those.
7:30, 6:30 Central on ABC. What I'm so fascinated by: Oklahoma has yet to score more than 27 points in a conference game since joining the SEC last year. So we have what you might call the stoppable force. Tennessee
against the movable object
has yet to hold an SEC opponent to under 31 points this season.
Oh no!
And there's your movable.
Oh no!
Movable object. So
yes.
Is there going to be an upset? I have no clue. I have no clue what happens when you put a negative against a negative.
Yeah.
A
Josh,
positive
and-
happens by
but-
rule, but I don't know what that's going to end up as.
It's
it
a
going to
good
be nothing
call.
but is it going to be nothing but safeties all night?
Tennessee's
Um,
beaten no one. It's a great call. Tennessee's best resume boosters are who they've lost to. It's like,
Mhm.
oh man, but they lost to Alabama and Georgia. That's a good team.
That's
it's
good
like,
though.
okay.
They lost to the preseason number 8. Dang, yeah.
oh no.
Yeah.
Like I highlighted mine. I think Virginia does lose to Cal. It's at Cal. It's
Yeah.
in Berkeley. They have to travel cross country. Virginia
This is
has
a peak
been,
algorithm game, which means they'll drop it.
but Virginia also should have lost last week. They should have probably lost the week before. And you usually see this eventually come back to bite a team when they go on the road and eventually, and Vegas is basically saying they think this is very possible because Cal is only a 3.5 point dog. Virginia's been playing with fire. They're not the number 15 team in the country. Like, I'm sorry to all my Cavalier fans. Like, they've had a phenomenal year. They are a good team. They deserve to be ranked, of course, but they're not actually the 15th best team in the country. I don't think they're anywhere near that. So I think Cal does pull that upset off this weekend. I'm not necessarily cheering for it. I would expect that to happen. Josh, do you think Texas, 3.5 point favorite hosting Vandy? What do you think about that one, Aaron?
What?
Josh, I don't know what to. I don't know exactly what to think with
my
that
Oklahoma,
game.
Tennessee, because I am still chewing on that one.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like Texas can't. They're allergic to points.
Yeah.
Like
They're
if
allergic to
Kentucky
points.
has
They've brought
any
the-
creativity in overtime, they probably win instead of trying to. I felt like I was watching Ohio State play Michigan again.
Mhm.
They're like, hey, we're at the 1 yard line. Let's run it to the best part of Texas's defense, the defensive tackles 3 times in a row. Like
Eventually,
madness.
eventually
It
it'll
won't.
work.
It won't. I don't know what to do with that one because
I don't.
Vandy could be shut down offensively with that
be.
because Texas's defense is very good. Like that
Yeah.
part of Texas is good,
Yeah,
but like
that part of Texas
Vandy's
is bad.
defense also is no slouch, and Texas can't score.
And who's playing
So,
quarterback
Is this
this
a
week?
classic? Yeah, is this a Big Ten West game? First
The
one to
Big Ten
double digits
West
wins.
never dies.
Yeah.
It just
First one to
moves.
10. I don't know.
Speaking of Big Ten
if it
West,
was
can
in
we just
Nashville-
Because other than, and again, here's the thing, other than that, and I hate to bring this up, but my theory, I was going to lay down the theory this year. I have my Red River theory that you don't want to play Texas pre Red River, and you want to play them post because they just get progressively worse. That has always been with the caveat of one, Texas isn't back. That is kind of the rule. If Texas not back, then post Oklahoma, this happens. And two, that usually required them losing to Oklahoma in a game they were favored in, which again also happens every year. They weren't back, but said they were back and then went in favored. So I don't know what to do with the blowout we saw, relatively, 23-6. Shut up. It's
Yeah, right.
preseason
Manziel
number 1,
was
baby. But then you have a weird Saturday night struggle against Kentucky, which is a rite of passage in the SEC. And then you have this Mississippi State game we were just talking about.
Mississippi State
Also-
choked, man.
Choked.
Choked.
And so this is a game that should have been, sorry, not should have been. History is history.
If it
Very
should have been,
well
it would have
could
been.
have been. Exactly. Very well could have been. There's grammar. A loss for Texas. So there, I don't know, because post this, my theory looks like it's working out. But it's also in Austin, but it's 11 a.m. local time.
I just don't think there's separation between the SEC teams this year.
No.
Even Georgia and Alabama.
I think even the
Georgia
SEC
has
insiders are trying to
9
spin it
lives,
as, oh,
so
dude,
they
yeah, we're
won't
also good.
die. But they're not really significantly better than anyone.
No. I'm not
Alabama
seeing
can't
standouts.
run the ball. So if Ty Simpson's a little bit off, they can lose to anyone, as you saw against South Carolina. Once again,
Yeah.
probably should have lost that game. Like, and I like Vandy a lot. But if Pavia, he's erratic. So if one of those phenomenal touchdown passes turns into a pick, like it did against Alabama, they can easily lose to Texas too. So it just I don't stay away from that one. If you do gamble, don't one. Stay away. That would be my recommendation.
My gut, and I'm
What's the
staying away
line
from
there?
this, mind you, but my gut says Vanderbilt ends
Vegas
Texas.
themselves isn't even winning the bet on this.
Yeah. I mean, the 3.5 that Texas is getting right now, at least on our sheet, that's literally just saying, hey, Texas is at home. That's what that is.
That's all
saying.
it is.
Yep.
What do we know?
Yep. Yeah. I think USC loses to Nebraska. Because I don't know.
Nebraska at home,
Yeah.
6.5 point dogs.
Yep.
I see that. That definitely. And then Cincinnati, Utah. We don't need to talk about it about that next week, based on who wins. Could be the biggest threat to win the Big 12. So
but
outside of Texas Tech,
I was gonna say Utah losing to Texas Tech. I don't know if Cincinnati wins that, but you got BYU there. I think BYU is still that threat, one way or the other.
yeah. Maybe I should rephrase that. Winner has a great chance of making the Big 12 title game, especially with Texas Tech's injuries now occurring. I know Utah lost to Texas Tech, but with those injuries, we don't know. Texas Tech could lose to Kansas State this week.
Yep.
Like Big 12 could be getting pried wide open again. But by you, man, wow. Yeah, I was dead wrong about them. Like Bear Bachmeier, what a job as a true freshman quarterback.
I had Navy as my dark horse winner in the. I shouldn't even say dark horse because I think they were projected to be pretty darn good this year. I like the matchup against Navy because typically triple threat versus air raid goes in Service Academy favor. So I lean a little bit towards the midshipmen, but you also don't accidentally throw for 600 yards as a freshman. So North Texas has got a lot of firepower. So even if they have the ball for 20 minutes, that may be all they need. So that should be a lot of fun. All right, more predictions on the way because it is Picks of the Week time.
Sometimes the guys make picks based on their vast knowledge of sports. Sometimes they make picks based on vibes.
I'm going to go ahead and say that Maryland takes down Florida.
Chop this one up for the Gators. Chop a national championship for Florida.
Either way, they're probably going to be wrong. It's time for Picks of the Week.
Oh, yes, it is. You know, we're sitting here. It's episode 16 of the season. We typically have 20 episodes in our season. And for the next 5 weeks, Josh basically just gets to do a victory lap around us.
I have a lame duck session right now.
Yeah, you'd have to choke, Josh.
Yeah.
I mean, and we'd have to go on a heater, Aaron.
Yeah.
Like, we would have to just, like, not miss from now on.
Yeah, wow. You guys covered it last week, Josh, one of the biggest reasons, you've been money all season long, Josh, but one of the biggest reasons is because you picked the World Series matchup before the World Series began. Sorry, before the playoffs began. That's not hard to do. Before the playoffs begin. That's harder to do. So well done. You got some points there. You guys talked about it last week. The MLS postseason we talked about that's moving on. The NFL Eliminator is over. Johnny had selected the Falcons without prior knowledge of quarterback injury, and it ends.
Is what it is.
It was a good run. Long run.
It was a good run.
Yeah. I'm still alive.
I think on ESPN it said 90th percentile.
All right.
Making it this, and it felt wrong to try to change midweek because what you pick on the podcast is eternal.
That's right.
Despite knowing that Kirk Cousins was going to start on Sunday, I was not going to change
man of
my
your word.
pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the Colts. They won, so I'm still alive. I get the point for winning the Eliminator, but I don't know. Should we, as a collective podcast now, try to see how far we can take it, like just for fun?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you guys can see what we've got. So I'll just run you through, listeners, the list of teams I've picked. And granted, it's all the best teams. I've not been very strategic in this. Just good team playing bad team. I'm taking the good team without much thought if I lose them from here on out. So the teams that I cannot pick from now are the Chiefs, the Bills, the Lions, the Broncos, the Packers, and the Colts. So basically every team in the lead in their division.
Who's New England playing, Aaron?
They're playing Atlanta and Kirk Cousins. So we could go revenge game and try to
Revenge game.
Okay. We're picking
Revenge
the
game.
Patriots over the Falcons then.
The only other good team I think left, except Philly.
Man, you gotta
Philly's
really
still in
feel
play.
good. You gotta really feel good for the good folks in the greater Boston area. They just had it hard
they've
for so
just
long.
yeah,
It's really encouraging.
not
to
experienced
see
a
that
winner
they have,
in a long time.
They have a guy. There are toddlers, Johnny, who do not have memory of a dominant Super Bowl run.
Things have been hard for them just
It's
recently.
been hard for them.
Yeah.
There are 10-year-olds with memories of when Tom Brady won his last one.
True. You know, it's a
Memories,
good thing
mere
because the
memories.
Boston Celtics are 0-3 to begin the year. First time in a decade.
Ayo.
Yep. Pistons taking care of that on last night. Actually, that was just last night. Okay, so
Someone
NFL
described them on Twitter
Eliminator.
the other day as like technically proficient but lacking soul, like AI jazz music or something. And it's like, yeah, that's them.
Yeah. It's why I've actually watched most of their games. This is not an NBA discussion, but actually it is an NBA discussion because
Congratulations.
but that's not the NBA team we're going to talk about right now because this week we are picking just a random game with we closed our eyes and picked a game, and what do you know? It's the Portland Trailblazers at the Los Angeles Lakers playing tonight. We just picked it randomly. I had a map in front of me and
Nothing
I
going on.
threw a dart, nothing going on, and it landed in Portland, Oregon, of all places. Yikes. We won't go into this because this show is already like 1 billion hours long. I'll just say this with all the wild allegations that are coming out from the Chauncey Billups stuff and the Terry Rozier. You mean to tell me that that was the only player and coach that was doing some shady business?
No.
Really?
No.
That was the only one?
Not according to Windhorse.
Well, right. Yeah.
Windy doesn't lie. I trust Windy.
I do too. So I say that I think we're going to have, and I don't like saying this. I would rather this not be the case, but I think there's going to be another time later at some point where we sit down and have a conversation because there's more that has come out. I'll leave it at that. We are going to pick, for kicks and giggles, we're going to pick the Trailblazers at the Lakers tonight. Lakers off to an interesting start. Luka with some wild, great games, but he's out. Sore finger, got something else bothering him, so he's out for about a week, which is tough because it's been Luka and then a lot of question marks on that Lakers team. They could really
still
use
out.
a point forward / center. I say that. The Lakers win this trade. The Mavericks are bad. But anyways, I digress. I've got the Lakers. It's in Los Angeles. I think even no Luka, they figure it out. Austin Reeves has been balling. I shouldn't say it's just Luka and question marks because Reeves has been really good. And he'll have to be really good to get this win. But Portland, as much as I love interim head coach Thiago Splitter, give me the Lakers at Staples Center, as it is aptly named.
Aaron, you literally gave away exactly why I'm picking Blazers, and that is Thiago Splitter. That's it. Only reason
Yay.
Thiago Splitter wins.
Yeah.
Josh, who you got?
I'm gonna pick alongside Aaron because if I lose the pick, the margin still stays the same, and this week if Johnny goes up, then we're okay. I'm gonna play I'm gonna metagame a little bit, but also
Boo! Go with your heart.
Yes. Here. How about this? I'm gonna pick the home team. I don't know enough
No, that's fine.
to go. It's the 3.5 point. I don't even know what there's no spread that
I'm
have
really
access to.
picking the Blazers because now that they're not point shaving, we're gonna see that they're actually a good team.
True. Drew Holiday dropping the 40 bomb tonight.
This is that 4D chess that Johnny has been playing with the guys who were allegedly doing all that stuff. So
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's right. I didn't see the scoreboard because it's kind of irrelevant, but just to give Josh a pat on the back. Josh has 11 points. I've got 7. Johnny's got 6. Matt Kuhn mug certainly coming for Josh in a mere
straight
few
from
weeks.
Ypsilanti right down to Dallas.
Beautiful. Hopefully on a raccoon. Like that is hopefully the mode of transport.
I'll talk to the sickos. I'll see if we can select that shipping option.
That'd be great.
The guys spent hours scrolling social media, and they found some pretty dumb stuff. Now they want to talk to you about it.
Oh, by the way, I did find there is bowling in Dave & Buster's. Importantly, it's half off on Wednesdays as of 5 years ago.
That coupon still spends. Let's go.
Good luck. It's time for What We're Following.
Johnny, I'm going to blow your mind. Because I'm going to talk about soccer. And to uplift our spirits from last week's Big Ten fiasco, where the Big Ten is selling their souls as if they haven't done so already, the Big Ten could be part of something that is quite beautiful. This is at U.S. men's national team only on Twitter. This is a couple weeks old, so maybe you've seen this by now, but if not, here we go. U.S. soccer is pushing college soccer to get rid of conferences. So, all this conference realignment mess, just do away with all of it. And maybe you're sitting there thinking, I don't love that. As messy as having USC and UCLA and Washington and Oregon and the Big Ten and the Stanford and Cal schools and, the ACC, the Atlantic Coast Conference, I still kind of like the vibe of having a conference, and I get that. I raise you promotion and relegation regionally, as all college sports should be, regional. And you're giving me promotion and relegation on top of that, which is amazing. So here's how they're projecting this would work. There are 213 Division I programs in men's soccer. That's across all conferences, so even some of the smaller ones. So what they're proposing is have 4 regions of roughly 50 to 54 teams that would replace the conferences. 50 to 54 teams is quite easily split up into 25 to 30 teams in the upper league and 25 to 30 teams in the bottom league. Not unlike what you see across the pond. So there'd be 2 tiers. They're calling it tiers, leagues, whatever you want to call it. Every team, like you would see again across the pond in soccer, would play every divisional opponent twice, once home, once away. It literally says here in this article, just like in a European Pro League. They'd also play a few crossover games. You love that, so your non-conference games. So after 18 to 22 regular season games, you'd have 88 teams, 22 per region, would qualify for one expanded postseason tournament. So basically, if you are in the upper echelon of the upper tier, then let's have an NCAA tournament. It's literally the best of both worlds. Because the thing I know this is a hot take for most normal soccer fans. My hot take is I do actually like a postseason. So while I'm glad that all of your regular season games are meaningful in European soccer, I do want a championship game at the end of the day because I'm a dumb American. This system is giving you both. It's giving you league importance, stay in the upper league, don't get relegated, but it's still giving me a March Madness style college soccer tournament, which for Buckeye fans has been a lot of fun recently because that program's really been really good. So I love this. This sounds great. Why not? There's literally no downsides to this in my mind.
No, Aaron, there isn't. And just really quick to add into that, you have had regional powers, if you will, that are at what you would determine as a group of 5 level. Now, it doesn't look like that at sports outside of basketball and football. Like that truly does not exist. You could argue it doesn't really even exist in basketball, and it's just in football. But you have had Marshall in the national title game. You've had Akron win it. You have smaller schools who have prioritized other sports like soccer that deserve to be playing in a more upper echelon version. And actually, remarkably, this could actually reduce travel costs potentially as a whole. I saw this. I was reading about it too. I'm glad you brought it up, Aaron. I absolutely love this idea. And I'm absolutely into them, continuing to dive deeper.
Yeah, I love it. So that's what I'm covering, or I'm not covering it. Maybe someday. That's what I'm following is collegiate soccer. Let's go.
Johnny, I'm going to give you a heart attack.
Oh, gosh.
I'm also following soccer.
What?
Wow.
I'm following.
I take everything bad I said about you guys at the beginning of the podcast.
Yay.
Oh, thank you. That's why we did it. We have a separate text thread apart from you, between us and our producer. I guess who we've not introduced you to, Johnny, and we decided, hey, we should probably follow soccer this week. So I'm following semi-pro U.S. Open Cup.
Mm.
There was a qualifier game in Seattle last week between Bellevue Athletic FC and Sharktopus FC. Sharktopus.
Wait.
Yes.
Is that real?
Yeah, you can go to sharktopusfc.com.
What's the logo look like?
It looks like I would say it's probably closer to like a kraken with a shark head. So, exactly what or all the nerds are going to get me, octopus with a shark head, but it's giving kraken. So anyway,
what an amazing shield and logo.
Right though?
I gotta get one of those.
Like, not bad.
I went on to look at this logo and I got distracted by the fact that the Big 12 has apparently come out with a new profile picture, which is a new logo of the conference. Not to get a sidetrack.
What?
That's
Hold
breaking
on.
news.
Yeah, I could talk about
No,
that.
no, that's fine. We'll come back to
Yeah,
that.
come
That'll
back
be
to it.
what I'm following.
Yep.
I'm following
Perfect.
that
Yes.
now.
Okay.
So,
So,
I'm following that.
This
is an
game-
amazing logo. I gotta get one of these hats. So good.
Sharktopus
Thank
FC
you, Josh.
and Bellevue Athletic FC. Bellevue won 4-3 in extra time. What I was told was a thrilling game. However, after the game ended, Sharktopus FC filed an official protest with U.S. Soccer, alleging that the referee was compromised by a quote conflict of interest. Now,
Ooh, love
we
that.
are all sports fans, and we know it's so easy and dare I say fun to accuse oh, this is rigged. Well, the referee, Alex Walbert, served as the game's main official. Records show that Walbert played for Bellevue Athletic on and off since 2022. Mind you, only 3 years ago.
That's definitely a conflict of interest.
And they threw him on a qualifying game in which... Now, is this also amateur league? Yes. So the rules are, this is all Pacific
Don't talk about
Northwest
Sharktopus
region.
like that.
I'm not saying.
Maybe I'll get a bucket hat.
Yeah. Now, UPSL, sorry, UPSL, which is United Premier Soccer, their website that they're operating under does not have historical roster information available. Perhaps you would be so willing to kind of backdate all of that data. But Walbert himself does have a page under his name on that website on upsl.com. That does list him. Oh, it's 5:03 to now.
Uh-oh.
But back in the day, which was just a few days ago, did list him as a member of Bellevue Athletic. Using the Wayback Machine, Walbert is shown to have been rostered at Bellevue Athletic for the 2022 spring, 2022 fall, 2023 spring, and 2023 fall seasons. I mean,
Josh, I'm sorry, this is so good. It's a bandana pattern, basically. Like, oh no, those are squid suction cups.
Yep, those are squid suction cups. Yes, Johnny.
I mean, it looks like it's like a bandana pattern,
There's
basically, on the pink
there's
version.
Real insider
So good.
allegations. And here's how good it is. Bellevue has said, hey, we respect, we were going to play the game. We didn't contact Walbert to make sure that he would make us win. But now, because legitimately that shouldn't have happened, you guys, we get to see a rematch of this game.
Oh, good.
And I do not have the... Oh, hold on. Is this it? They will have a replay. Come on. For the second, well, tell me when
They're gonna replay the game
they're gonna replay the game.
with the new official. Wow.
Yeah, with the new official. I don't
Who
have
knew?
the date. I
Wow.
don't have the dates on that.
Auburn would
The
like a
SEC
word.
could
Yeah.
never. Yeah, I was gonna say that Aaron and I were thinking. Same.
Yeah.
Wow.
Per
Who
US,
knew?
yeah. Per USC.
You know what?
They
They deserve a ton of credit for that.
Sharktopus FC protest successful will have a replay of their match versus Bellevue Athletic FC for second qualifier round. So,
Wow.
turns out
Oh,
it's
if I enter
possible.
my email, I could get a discount.
I think,
Oh.
Johnny, are you buying your own reward to make up for the fact that
Yes.
you may not get the Macoon?
Well, I'm definitely not getting the Macoon. Let's see.
That could be the prize for season.
Oh, I didn't even get anything. I got. Oh wait, hold on. Free shipping. I got free shipping.
Are you on their
You had to
website?
spin the wheel.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course I'm on the website. You're gonna
Well, no, which
mention a
shirt are
team
you
named
buying? Well,
Sharktopus, and I'm
what
not
are you
gonna
buying?
Google it instantly.
I don't have the spinny thing. I'm on their website. I
I'm
can't
looking it
show
up.
you.
It took a while. I think I was on there so long that they're like, this dude might actually buy one of our jerseys, so let's throw him a bone.
Oh, that is sick.
It's a good.
Isn't
it's a
it
good
so
kit, though.
good? I can't even decide which color's the best one.
Are you buying a jersey?
Yeah,
Wait,
Nice.
where are you
Well,
finding the
maybe.
jersey at?
there's a jersey.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's where
It's
I
like-
see all the suction cups
Yeah.
on the.
I think the
Good.
pink to me shows off the suction cups the best.
Yeah.
I take that back. I just scrolled over and saw the
But the
navy
blue's
blue.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
Blue's not bad though.
The blue is my favorite.
Blue's a good ultimate.
I think
yeah.
I think the black's probably like
Black's probably what
like,
they-
black one. Black one's clearly an alternative kit. Like that's not one of the main. That's not the home and away.
Josh, I missed it. Where
don't
does this
know.
team play their home games?
Hold on one sec.
In the ocean, Aaron.
well,
Weren't you listening?
So I believe they play in Seattle. I think specifically
Oh.
at least this game. Yeah, this is all Pacific Northwest.
It looks.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I think I found it. Puget Sound. It looks like.
Yes.
Oh, in the sound?
Well, you said in the water.
Yes, Johnny. In the
Yeah,
South.
in the sound. Yes.
And if they're on the land, they'll play
Probably on like
Jefferson,
an aircraft carrier.
Jefferson Playfield in Seattle.
Can you imagine soccer field on an aircraft carrier?
You can customize this. Name and
You can
number.
make
Yeah.
it- put your name.
It's
on
not
it.
even that expensive. It's $45. And that
do you
with
know, guys,
free
how
shipping?
reasonable that
Oh.
is.
It's so reasonable.
Yeah.
You can customize it. It goes up to like 5XL, I think. Yeah, 5XL.
Yeah.
Do they even charge more for 5XL? They don't even charge more for 5XL. These are
just
heroes.
happy- they're just happy
Get
that-
out of
they're just
jail
happy to have
free
some fans.
card. Sharktopus FC. Just in general. Everyone involved. Everyone gets a get out of jail free card. All of the Puget Sound gets a get out of jail free card.
Oh, man, I might have to buy this. I'm not gonna lie.
I know,
wow.
right? The t-shirt's not even really cheaper than the jersey. Why
I
would
know.
get the
Yep.
I mean that logo's so great. My gosh. Thank you both.
Yep.
I mean just now Aaron, what is this Big 12 logo?
Well, to
I
me, it
can't
looks
find
like.
it.
I just got the wheel.
Oh, you were on long enough.
You guys get the wheel. I don't have the wheel.
Yeah.
Josh,
I
are
know.
you
I have
on the
pop-up-
jerseys?
I have pop-up blockers installed. So
No,
most
see,
likely-
that's why you can't. Now you don't have free shipping.
I can just take down my shields. I can just take down the shields. It's gonna go. Hey,
Aaron, what'd
are
you get?
Interested?
I was hoping for 20%
Oh,
off.
I got SAR. Oh, wait. Free shipping. You'll never guess.
So okay, it
I
barely
bet
got
you.
to free shipping
Yep.
on mine too.
Oh, man.
So hey, that's
You
fine.
understand that this
It's still
is
free
a-
shipping.
Yeah.
That's fine.
By the way,
Oh,
if-
guys,
Did you get it?
Guys, I got 5% off.
Oh. Which-
So
is
it
that
is
better
kind of
than free
random.
shipping?
It may not.
We
be.
don't know if that's better.
Hold on, everyone add to cart.
Wait, I
I'm
also
getting-
got a 10% off for signing up for email. Do you think I can use both?
Orders will ship
That feels
approximately 4
greedy
to
at
5
this
weeks
point.
after purchase.
Oh, it is worth noting the customization does add $5 to the price, but that seems worth it.
$5 is not that much.
Not that much when you think
Do I
about
just
it.
get a basic jersey though? Because sometimes I do just like the basic jersey. You don't need a name on it.
Oh, I just said I
don't
put
know.
for the name I put on the back. I just said 5th and goal with the number 5. Why not?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
By the
just want
way-
to see if I can add both of these.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I was gonna say this.
Sorry,
Thank
Josh.
you. No, you're fine. I just gotta. No, as I was looking through, just real quick, I want to make sure I cite my sources. Thank you at SkySpeed on Twitter. If you've not followed him, give him a follow. He feels like a guy who I think would vibe well with us.
I believe
He
it.
follows a lot of, like not rec league. That sounds mean. The more like semi-pro stuff, smaller teams, FCA, D2, all
Yeah.
that stuff. Give him a follow on TikTok. I'm assuming he's at other places, but
I love it.
were you on Reels? You're on Reels. You'll see his stuff 3 months later.
Mhm.
No, get it
You'll
when
be
it's
amazed.
happening.
Johnny, to answer your question about the Big 12 logo, I don't know if they're hinting at like some throwback, but to me it looks like the old Big 12 logo.
Oh,
So
okay.
I
Cool.
don't really know what's going on, but I'm assuming it's
Not as good as Sharktopus.
no, but that's a real high bar. I mean, that bar is
Pretty great.
yeah, at the top of the Space Needle. Yeah.
Real quick, 5% off gets you 224 off. Shipping to me is 605. So free shipping is the better deal.
Haha.
Things better.
Yep.
Now, hold on. Give me the free shipping code. We will not air
True.
this part.
That's true. Now I will say I pasted it into the reward spot and it did not work.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
So you end up
so I
being the
don't-
winner, I guess.
Oh,
Josh.
I'm still the winner because they will.
But I also got emailed a 10% off
Oh.
code.
Ooh.
So maybe that's the free shipping.
Oh man.
Hold on. I'm just gonna
I
start
don't even
spamming
know.
what
I
I
don't either.
think.
Oh no, Aaron, you just have to go to actual checkout and then free ship wheels automatically applied.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can also use the 10% off.
Oh, I can't. It doesn't let. At least for me, it doesn't let me.
Hmm.
Hold on. Let me get
Use
rid of
both.
Big Wheel. Let me get rid of Big Win 5 and free ship wheel. Okay, so I can. I got mine.
Oh man.
also-
Action statement: go buy yourself a jersey.
Man, it let me use both.
Wow.
It would let you use
These people
both?
are the best. Wow. I mean, Johnny, that's a
These
good fallback.
dudes
If-
are awesome.
To honor
If
them,
Columbus
hey,
falls
to honor
apart-
them, hey, here's your call to action this week. Buy a
Sharktopus.
jersey, buy a Sharktopus FC jersey.
Or your
don't
local
use-
just random club.
Oh yeah, or your random club. Go find your actual club. Don't.
Random local club, not MLS club. Like
Yeah. Let me
Pittsburgh,
see.
what is it? Pittsburgh
Johnny,
Riverhounds
have
or
we said
whatever.
what you're following as what you're following goes?
All of this. Like forget
Okay.
it. It's just gone. Like it doesn't even matter anymore. This is way better.
What you're following is what you're purchasing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, action statement. Go enjoy the sports equinox. Does not happen very often. This I think is the only one of 2025. I think. That may depend on how long the World Series goes. I don't know. But action statement, enjoy the sports equinox. I hope it's good. Whatever sport you like, it's happening. So
life.
I hope you enjoy it.
So much clipping. So much clipping.
Listeners, viewers.
Sorry, I was looking at my audio file and we got excited and
Yeah.
there's a lot of clipping.
You know what? It happens. It happens. Listeners, viewers, thanks for being here. We will see you all next week. We're into November. We're getting to unshunned territory of the college football playoffs. Maybe we'll break that down a little bit next week. Lots more to talk about as well.